Good morning, students. Welcome back. Before I start, today I will give you some of the important information, and that is we will have a test based on this particular chapter, that is nationalism in India. The syllabus will be from starting of the chapter 2, the Salt March and the Civil Disobedience Movement, means up to the previous lecture. And if you go through the book, you will find that is NCERT book, you will find that in page number 63, the topic given 3.1, the Salt March and the Civil Disobedience Movement. So our syllabus will be up to that. And in this test, only MCQ question will be there, multiple choice question, no short, long or other questions. Only MCQ questions will be there. Is that clear? Fine. I will give you every detail in written regarding the test in the PDF file. So please follow the PDF file after this lecture. Okay? Fine. I think you people understand. Now we will start the chapter. So in this particular chapter, Nationalism in India, today we are going to start the topic how participants saw the movement. Saw the movement means saw the civil disobedience movement. Now different participants were there, like the people in the society, okay, the different social groups in the society, rather I can say, like the big farmers, the small farmers, the businessmen, the laborers. These were the different social groups in the society at that time. So how these people took the movement, how they participated in the movement. So let's start. The first, we will see the rich peasants community. We will start with rich peasants community. Okay. The rich peasants community liked the Patidars of Gujarat. These were very big peasants. Jats of Uttar Pradesh, again very big peasants. Okay. These big peasant communities were active in the movement, civil disobedience movement. Why? Because being producer of the commercial crop, they were very hard hit by the trade depression and falling prices. As their cash income disappeared, they found it impossible to pay the government's revenue. And the refusal of the government to reduce the revenue demand led to the widespread resentment. So, due to this reason, the rich peasant became enthusiastic supporters of civil disobedience movement. They organized their communities and at times forcing reluctant members to participate in the boycott programs. So they were enthusiastic supporters of civil disobedience movement started by Gandhiji. So what was the main reason? Actually, for them, fight for Swaraj means struggle against high revenues. So their struggle was against high revenues through the civil disobedience movement and not for country's independence. Okay, they were actually revolted for their own benefit through Gandhiji's civil disobedience movement. Okay, so they were deeply disappointed when the movement was called off in 1931 without the revenue rates being revised. Because I told you that the movement was called up by Gandhiji, by the Gandhi-Irwin Pact in 1931. So when the movement was suddenly called off, they became disappointed. And when the movement restarted, I think you people remember, Gandhiji restarted the movement once again when he returned back from London. I think you remember. So when Gandhiji restarted the movement in 1932, many of them refused to participate. This shows that their movement, their struggle was for their own benefit. So their participation was based on their own benefit. So this is how the rich peasants participated in the movement. Now what about the poor peasants? Let's continue.